How can I actually describe the month of December when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aquarius? Well, the first things on my mind are you have been waiting for this moment for a really, really long time. Your life has been like full of ups and downs, over the last 2 years, especially, let alone what was happening in your life, in particular, over the last 12 months indeed. My gorgeous Aquamarini, you have been through a lot. And the month of November, yes, this is the reading for December, but I'm mentioning the actual month of December, month of November. I'm only clarifying this in case you think that I got it wrong. Sometimes it happens. But when it comes to the actual month of November 2022, there was like, oh my God, it's like a tornado in your life that happened. And that particular tornado in your life that happened, you know what? It actually reflects the most of everything on your emotions. So emotionally, the month of November was quite difficult for you, because you have become aware of something that really kind of affected you big time, and it was left you with absolutely no choice but to move on with your life. But before that, you need to you realize that you need to do things methodically, and you realize that you need to do things one step at a time. However, wherever you have found yourself, you must not rush at this moment in time, and you have to be very, very smart. You have to be very, very clever. So the reason why I mentioned November, my gorgeous Aquamarine, is purely because now, quite a lot happened in the month of November. It's like an emotional tornado that you have been through. But you need this. You need this. You know how I can describe this? After the rain, there is going to be such an amazing, beautiful sunshine, and the more stronger the rain is, the more powerful sunshine is going to be. And to put this, now forget about November, now I'm moving to the December, of course. But what I want to say now is that you just kind of realize something so big about, you're going to realize something so big about yourself and about your life, and that in itself, it's like a really the new beginning. So when it comes to the actual December, my gorgeous Aquamarini, this is going to be an incredible month, because you have been waiting for this for such a long time. The emotional confusion started in November, and it was going throughout the month of November indeed. But by the time you get to December, December is going to bring you such an important unfoldment when it comes to your life, and especially within the first 11 days of December, you are going to become aware of something absolutely enormous, something absolutely huge. And what you're going to become aware of, it's going to be that last little drop which is about to make your glass overflowing. This is important, this is significant, because by the end of December your life is going to change for the better. But at the same time, this is an important stage when it comes to your personal transformation, when it comes to your independence, when it comes to your success, when it comes to a brand new direction, like literally showing itself to you by the end of December. This is all going to make sense, and I'm saying this to you, that you have been waiting for this for such a long time, because you, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, you were aware of all along, like of a certain aspect of your life that were kind of bringing you down, of the certain aspects of your life that were draining your energy more than anything. So you were aware of quite a lot of things anyway. So that's why I'm saying that you've been waiting for that moment in time, especially when it comes to December, because what you're going to become aware of at the very beginning of December is going to be life-changing. But you need this information, you need this info, because that info is like literally going to open your eyes. And once your eyes open to the certain truth that you are going to find out, nothing will close them ever again. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and it's for December 2022. let me tell you this, you see, it's to do with karma. It's to do with karma. Karma can be gorgeous, but karma can be not that gorgeous as well. It really depends, you know, on which aspect of our lives this karma is actually reflecting. But it looks like that you had to work on something very difficult, which emotionally kind of like really affected you so much, and it confused you emotionally. And it kind of brought, and not only like a tornado within the last like a year, I would say, into your life, but that tornado was like a pretty much so, I think it was a bit of tornadish over the last few years. But as I said, you know, like you were aware of like why are you feeling like this, but you were keep on trying, and you were keep on trying, you were keep on trying, which is absolutely fine, which is absolutely normal. But the bottom line is, what I really, really like, that, you know, your life is gonna change like a big time after this, because you can use this, I'm telling you, this is to do with your emotions, but you can use this in such a way where you can apply this, what I've said so far, to any single part of your life that means to you so much, that it's like, oh my God, it means to you so much. But at the same time, you will like kind of keep on trying and keep on trying and keep on trying, and you have just found yourself in a little bit of like a limbo. You have found yourself in a little bit of like your own emotional prison, because you were keep on like kind of saying to yourself, I'm gonna try again, I'm gonna try again, but then again it's just absolutely literally not working out. So it's all about you understanding that this is not going to work out. You need to move on from this, but also understanding that you are being prepared for something mind-blowing. Listen to me, it's not only about sadness, negativity, oh my God, no baby, no. This is karmically really powerful moment in time, so you need to understand that you have been prepared. You are being prepared for something much bigger, for something much better. You are being prepared for something like absolutely mind-blowing, which is about to come into your life. And this mind-blowing thing which is about to come into your life, it's going to make you successful in every single possible way. This is going to reflect on your emotions, but it's also going to reflect on your way of thinking, because you are literally coming out of your emotional prison. You know, and you can only come out of your emotional prison when you make this decision by yourself, for yourself, because no one else can make this type of decision for yourself. So now, by the month of December, by the beginning of December, you're already slowly but surely coming out of your emotional prison. So the whole month of December, it's all about you evolving, and it's all about you needing to realize that, you know, at around mid-December, something very unusual is going to happen, and that unusual situation is also going to show you the direction, show you the way. A really massive, enormous reward you are about to have. Your next destination is going to be absolutely final destination. Don't get me wrong, not the final destination like as in a final destination, oh my God, no baby, no. The final destination when it comes to an important aspect of your life that means to you so much, that just hasn't been working as great so far. And the final destination means spiritual final destination, that by the end of December 2022, you are going to find yourself on such a remarkable, mind-blowing, absolutely beautiful path. And that path that you are going to find yourself is going to make you extremely happy. It is going to change your life forever. It is going to change every single aspect of your life. You are going to be so much more happier. You are going to be so much more excited. You're going to be so much more optimistic about your life. You just need to understand that this is literally the direct result of all this negative karma that you have actually been through so far for such a long time. So you've been working on something very difficult and very heavy. So now by the end of December, the new path is about to open. You need to understand it's going to be impossible for you to not to notice this new path whatsoever, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and that new path is going to change your life forever. It's from all the darkness and negativity and sadness that you've been through, it's all going to change literally overnight, and you will see exactly what I mean. And also, when it comes to the actual number and numerology, your number, my gorgeous aquamarine, is 1202. Your number is 1202. When it comes to the actual numerology, this means that you are going to find out a life-changing information this month. And the life-changing information that you are going to find, you're going to find out, is just really going to make you aware of this truth, this absolutely mind-blowing truth. And this truth, it's going to be along those signs, along those levels, like of you kind of also understanding all that from kind of before. So you're gonna have a feeling also that you're gonna have more confirmations than the actual truth. And the truth that you're going to find out, it's only gonna confirm to you the reason, like it's gonna open your eyes, but it's all gonna confirm the reason why you've been so negative, why you've been so depressed, why you felt so uncertain, like who was doing this to you, like why did you feel this way, you know. So this is going to be brilliant, because at the same time it's more about the confirmation than anything else. After that moment in time, you know, you are actually, my gorgeous, when you find out this truth that I'm talking about, this truth is going to be connected to the certain person. And when I say, well, this truth is going to be connected to the certain person, and it's really going to kind of involve a lot of your emotions, and that in itself is going to make you aware of someone, like confirming to you, even if you like kind of were aware of this, but then again there were still moments where you were like kind of, maybe it's not true, maybe I can't believe this is like that, you know what I mean. So it's all about you finding out a certain truth when it comes to the literally a certain devil, a very dark person, not when it comes to their appearance, but an extremely dark person when it comes to their way of thinking, when it comes to their thoughts. There was someone, and I've been telling you this for months, but this is all about the confirmation now. Now you're just coming out of it. So it's to do with an important truth that you are going to find out about the specific person in your life that was actually making you feel extremely uncomfortable, extremely anxious, and extremely negative. And also this person is very strongly connected to the actual emotions, and it's connected to you. So we are talking about some kind of a very devilish and negative and unhealthy attachment. I'm talking about someone who was putting like a gorgeous little face for you. Oh yeah, baby. But then at the same time, this is like someone rather devilish, somebody who was trying to like really, I'm sorry, Aquamarini, trying to use you for something. Do you know what I mean? But so you were involving your emotions and things like that. But this particular, you were honest with this person every single time. But this particular person had something else on their mind. The bottom line is, I'm sorry, but I'm seeing a devil here, and the quicker you move on from this devil, the better it's going to be. But I'm telling you, like weirdly, that you know this process already started showing itself within the months of November. Within the months of November, you see, that's why I'm keep on repeating like November, because it's a mind-blowingly strong connection with what is actually happening in December. So a lot of things are going to start taking place in November, or took place in November, or are going to take place by the end of November. So in December, it's all going to be more about the confirmation, and you feeling strong, and you feeling powerful. You're not going to be worried about this bastard here, this devil person anymore, but you're just going to need to understand now you're going to change. Your way of thinking is going to change. So at around the mid-December, you're going to need to be very smart when it comes to this person. You're going to need to be very clever, and you're going to need to play a certain game before you come out of this particular circle, before you come out of this particular energy, very stagnant energy. So you're just going to need to learn that, you know, you must not say everything that's on your mind. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to that particular person, you need to be really, really clever, because there is something, some kind of compromise or something still that you're going to need to kind of discuss with this person whatsoever. And also, my gorgeous Aquamarini, when it comes to this month of December, I know that you are going to be facing a certain challenge. This is another challenge that you're going to be facing, but this is going to be really good. And specifically in between the 17th of November and the end of that month, in between the 17th of November and the end of that month, you are going to really need to kind of discuss something with a group of people. And oh my God, and you're going to be so worried that, you know, people are going to be fighting, people are going going to be arguing, you know, because something is going to happen. And by the 17th of December, something is going to happen, some kind of issue that is actually going to involve few different people in your life. And you're going to need to kind of meet up, and you're going to need to kind of talk. You're going to need to discuss something for sure. But you're going to be worried because, you know, you're going to be worried that you're going to argue, that you're going to like kind of explode. And this is what you need to understand. You have to, you must not argue when you become aware of this, because within the next few days after that moment in time, you're all, as a little group of people, are actually going to find out something that none of you actually knew. And what are you going to find out is going to surprise all of you, but in a good way, in a really brilliant way. This is going to be a remarkable news. So it is to do with you kind of needing to deal with a certain group of people, maybe like a certain group of family, very close, or certain group of friends, or it's just like a certain group of people that are very close to you, one way or another, like extremely close to you. So this is what you're going to need to do. But instantly you are going to think like, oh my God, we're going to be arguing. But this is what I need you to be really, really clever, and I need you to understand that you just like kind of go with the flow, try to do everything to like kind of keep the situation down, to calm the situation down, because within the next few days after that moment in time, you as the group of people are going to find out something absolutely mind-blowing, something remarkable, something magical, something amazing, and each of you is going to get something and gain something out of it. It's almost like each of you is going to get like a little present or like a little gift, and something that none of you actually expected. But you have to be clever now, and it's almost like you are under like a little bit of a spiritual test here. If you argue and if you scream when you meet up with this group of people, then that is no, baby, no, it is not going to be good, and you're not going to get your reward. You're not going to get your gift, you see. But if you keep the situation down and make sure that everybody lives happy, and then make sure that, you know, you look at this from a slightly different angle perhaps, and that creates a different energy and the vibration that you can benefit so much from. Do you know what I mean? So you just need to be patient, because only a few days after that moment in time there is this mind-blowing message that you are going to have, and you almost like as if each of you are going to get such an amazing insight and an amazing gift out of it. But at the same time, you know, the message, it's also gonna be so good because it's going to make you aware. That message that you are going to get, it's going to make you aware that something is about to start moving on, and it's to do with an aspect that you just didn't know what to do for such a long time, and it's to do with a problem, and it's to do with a problem that it's like kind of connected to the certain family member, and you knew that this older mature family member, you know, you knew that this person is maybe being maybe someone is trying to take an advantage of them, but you have to be so clever how you're gonna go about this. So this is all completely going to be connected when you get this message, you know, like that message, it's gonna prove your point, prove your fears, but in the best possible way, because at the same time you will know at that moment in time specifically what to actually do, and you didn't know for such a long time, and you knew that you have to be clever how you actually do this and how you go on about it, because you don't want to upset certain people in your life. You don't want them to think that you think that they're crazy type of thing. But we are talking about someone very special, someone very vulnerable due to their age, and I've seen this in your readings for quite a while now. So this is indeed important, because for the first time after such a long time, hallelujah, you're gonna kind of know what to do, and it's involving the certain person who is primarily responsible for that person who is in your life having an advantage taken off for at least like about a couple of years now. And the reason why they're taking advantage of that person in your life, maybe your father, maybe your mother, maybe your grandmother, somebody older. I know that this is like a lot going on down to their age. I'm not saying people who are older are like could be the problems. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that the certain illnesses do come up with the age, you know, so people become vulnerable in a certain way. So this is what I'm trying to explain. I'm not like being an ageist or something. Do you know what I mean? So this is important. So it's to do with someone vulnerable, but this is brilliant. And also that particular vulnerable person in your life, it's really going to surprise you. by the end of the month. They will tell you something and they're going to surprise you. It's almost that person is going to do such a U-turn with what they were doing, and what they were doing and they were planning what was worrying you, because you couldn't understand where that person is coming from. So this is someone in your life, like a father, a mother, or a family member, somebody who's a little bit older. I am talking about an older spirit indeed. And also, my gorgeous aquamarine, it's, like by the end of this, I really like it so much, because your energy is going to change from the 1st of December. And I do know how, I do know that, there is a very kind of bold action that you are going to take as well at around the 22nd of December. At around the 22nd of December, there is a rather bold action that you are going to have, because like you are going to find out about some kind of option and opportunity that is going to make you ridiculously exciting, and that in itself is going to increase your energy. It's going to make you confident instantly. And pay attention to the bravery that you're going to feel as soon as you become aware of what you're going to need to do next. Pay attention to the bravery. This bravery is going to come from your own passion, and that in itself is also going to put you in the right mode, especially when it comes to you starting to feel a rather adventurous. And that in itself, it's all going to be like kind of like at around the new idea, some kind of new idea. It's going to come to you from your own fresh thinking, but this idea is going to come to you at around this time when you want to take a bold action. So it's about the new idea, and that new, I'm calling it a new idea because by the 22nd of December, at around the 22nd of December, suddenly it's gonna you will go like completely deep, and you're gonna be thinking about what you've learned, how much you've actually learned, and what you've learned, and what specifically is on your mind of everything that you've learned over the last couple of years. So this is going to come to you from a new learning, new idea, from a fresh thinking, but then at the same time, this is going to really make you extremely curious as well. And the reason why you're going to feel curious and why you're going to feel this curiosity, it's purely because you are kind of going to hear some kind of a breaking news at the same time. And this breaking news that you are going to hear at the same time, it's like a really kind of going to remind you of something that you want to actually do, that you want to try. And it's like going to be like completely opposite of what you're going to hear like from a breaking news. So it's nothing to do with the breaking news, but what the breaking news are going to kind of remind you of. This is going to be very interesting indeed. And also, my gorgeous aquamarine, when it comes to the actual December, you are going to feel a very strong urge this month. It's going to last for like about a week, I would say. And this urge that you're going to feel, it's it can happen from the 7th of December. It can happen from the 17th of December, or it can happen from the 27th of December, and if it's from the 27th of December, then it's just already going to be like going for first 2 or 3 days. You're already going to find yourself in a new year, which it doesn't really matter because the energy is coming from this year. But what am I saying? That on the 7th, on the 17th, and the 27th, these 3 days, 7th of December, 17th of December, and 27th of December. These 3 days you're going to feel extremely spiritual, and that spirituality, it's actually going to reflect on you feeling the need to kind of relax and chill out. So it's going to happen within the last within these 3 days, whichever days happens, it's going to last for like about a week, that you're going to feel like you need the time to rest, and you're going to feel like extremely spiritual. You're going to feel like, you want to explore this, you want to explore that. You're going to be coming back home to your spirituality. That's important. But what's even more important, that you are going to find yourself like a meditating, relaxing, chilling out, and then suddenly something is going to come to you completely out of the blue within this stage, within this period. So it can happen from the 7th of December, from the 17th of December and from the 27th of December. How are you going to know when is it going to happen? Well, pay attention to these days. How do you feel? Do you feel drained? Do you feel tired? You know, do you feel spaced out? You know, there's so many different ways that are going to be like kind of communicating you spiritually, that you're going to be understanding this through your own spirituality. But the bottom line is, when you have this little break, when you least expect it, something is going to happen to you. You're going to realize something. You're going to become ridiculously ambitious, ridiculously confident about a certain success. It's going to come to you and it's going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I do this before? Oh my God, I feel amazing. I feel remarkable just thinking about it. You know what I mean? So something is going to come to you. You're going to feel like you're going to be pointed this direction. You're going to become ridiculously confident about a certain success, which is going to make you feel extremely ambitious. Okay, and that in itself, it's really kind of, oh my God, through someone very powerful in your life, through someone very powerful, somebody who means to you, a very powerful male person, very kind of dominating male person, not in a bad way, very spiritual male person, very smart and clever, very unusual, very different, this male person in your life, like that person is going to be on your mind at the same time quite a lot. Why? Because through that person you will understand and you will realize that you are making a really, really wise choice here indeed. So it's worth to pay attention to what exactly it's making you feel so, why exactly are you feeling so confident about your own success, and like something is going to be on your mind. You're going to feel extremely confident about finding yourself on a certain path, but at the same time, you know, you just need to understand that this is a really going to be ridiculously wise choice for you indeed. So now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I'm just going to see what are you actually going to need in terms of the actual nutrition. I highly recommend you to keep on taking, where is it? I highly recommend you to keep on taking to keep on taking natural vitamin D3. Of course, you know that this is my own brand that I decided to make, natural vitamin D3. This is without any horrible ingredients, without any chemicals, without any nasty additives. These vitamins are made of superb you know, quality, and at the same time they're suitable for vegetarians and vegans. I highly recommend you to get a natural vitamin D3, and this is going to help you to boost your immune system, and it's also going to help you with your sensitive bones, of course, alongside a highly absorbable form of zinc, which is called zinc picolinate. This is a mind-blowing little combination just to make sure that you are you know, healthy, and to make sure that you are boosting your boost your immune system, but also it's so brilliant when it comes to skin, hair and nails, but most importantly, you know, to boost your immune system and for your bones as well. And another thing I was going to recommend you, what everybody should be taking, it's organic chlorella. And you know this because, you know, we've got metals everywhere. Metals are in the sky, metals are in the air, metals are in the ground, metals are in the soil. You know this. These are very dangerous metals that I'm talking about. So why organic chlorella? Because organic chlorella has been scientifically proven over and over and over again for its power, especially when it comes to detoxifying our body from all the metals, okay? Dangerous metals indeed. So this is organic chlorella. On top of that, it's got omega-3 essential fatty acids that our body cannot produce by itself, but it's really essential. And at the same time, it's rich in protein, you know, so it's like a must. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And to buy my vitamins, which are, as I said, made with exceptional quality ingredients, of course, you can check the a link in the description below, or you can just go on Google and type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you will see my page coming up that way as well. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, the very first date, it's going to be on the 1st of December. On the 1st of December, from the moment you wake up, this is very important for you to understand something. It's going to be on your mind that you're not going to be able to stop thinking about as some kind of inspiration, vision, some kind of realization, some kind of idea. You will not be able to tell where exactly this is coming from, but I really suggest you to go with it immediately. What is going to be putting off, what you're going to find quite off-putting, is that idea, it's at the same time gonna like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm ready, I don't know if I'm brave enough, I don't know if I'm strong enough, I don't know if this is the right time. No baby, no, you just need to go for it, because I can tell you that this is on one hand something extremely clever that you're gonna be doing, that you're gonna start, extremely intelligent, extremely clever, but at the same time this is so much needed at this time of your life, because you're gonna nurture your soul, you're gonna nurture your spirit, you're gonna nurture yourself, you're gonna nurture your path. This is so important when it comes to you nurturing your soul and spirit, and at the same time doing the right thing when it comes to like really making the right decision. This in itself, you will see within the next couple of days, you know, this in itself, it's going to give you more and more for mental strength. And that mental strength that you are going to have, it's going to be directly responsible for the actual clarity, for the courage, you know, and that courage, it's going to like really kind of like bring more clarity into your life. So by the time you get to the actual 15th of December, you are going to have a very interesting idea how you're actually going to make that step, because this is to do with you kind of like a thinking and realizing first, but then again by the 15th of December you will know exactly how to make that step. You're gonna need to have a strategy, and strong communication is more important than ever, because you will know that with this, what is going to come, a declaration, an important declaration, which is going to be followed by absolutely mind-blowing option, you know, that is going to become available to you. And this option, it's really kind of going to surprise you, you know, but in this option, it's going to become available by the 19th and 20th of December, and this option is going to surprise you, and it's like really gonna throw you out of balance in a good way, because I know that you're gonna need a day or two to think, because I can see a gorgeous little hermit mode coming through, coming forward, and once you have this hermit mode, you'll go really, really deep, and by the 23rd of December, you're already going to, oh my god, by the 23rd of December, it's bringing you a mind-blowing sign, that you are on the right path. And this mind-blowing sign that you are going to have, it's going to happen at a time when you're going to hear a very unusual noise, very strange noise first, and very, very unusual noise that it's going to get your attention. And once this noise gets your attention on the 23rd of December, you know, you are going to become aware almost instantly of some kind of animal. We are talking about a spiritual guide again, and I'm not surprised. We had them so much happening, you know, over the last 2 or 3 years. So first of all, you're going to hear a sound, you're going to hear a noise, and then again, almost immediately on the 23rd of December, you are going to see the animal, some kind of animal. You will see what I mean. And even if you don't come across this sound, and even if you don't come across this animal, you're still going to have a really big realization by the 23rd or on the 23rd of December about like so many prospects. You're going to realize suddenly so many prospects, you know, this is going to be a sign that very soon after that moment in time, you're going to realize so many prospects, you know, bright prospects connected to that opportunity that I've already said. So that in itself is going to be amazing, because this is going to give you so much hope, so much confidence, so much inspiration, so much positive energy is going to come into that life at that moment in time. What didn't make sense is going to start making sense after that. You will see exactly what I mean. The second important date, my gorgeous aquamarine, is going to be on the 16th of December. On the 16th of December, I like this so much, because you will know the information and message that you are going to have. This is going to be brilliant. It's going to put an absolutely enormous smile on your face, and you will know that the worst is literally over. The worst is over. What else I was going to recommend to my gorgeous aquamarine is, it would be this gorgeous ruby fuchsite. Absolutely beautiful. Check the pattern on this. It's so gorgeous. I absolutely adore this. Look at these pastel colors. It's so beautiful and so unique. And this is the perfect combination for love, positive growth, and it's balancing strength and self, and brings courage and zest as well as peace. So this is absolutely brilliant, especially when it comes to the actual healing. But most importantly, it's like basically, when it comes to like us changing, us moving on, us growing, us going through different things in life, us making really big and important decisions. All these things are making us very nervous and uncomfortable sometimes, and that in itself can turn into like us over analyzing, and over analyzing is like the worst thing that can actually happen, because we just lose ourselves in this vibration and this energy. So when we are going through changes in our lives, it's so important to have something like this, because it makes things so much more balanced, and certain things that would normally like kind of like grab your attention in a wrong way, then you're able to ignore them. You're able to distinguish much more easier what you should be paying attention to at this stage in your life and what you should be putting aside. And sometimes we lose the sense of that, because when there is a lot of things going on. So this is why I really would need you to wear something like this every time when you feel nervous, every time when you feel negative, and every time when you feel like kind of like like your courage is going away, because it's bringing you strength. But then at the same time, it's absolutely superb for positive growth in life. And this is ruby fuchsite, and you will see the link for that, and this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link for that is in the description below, my gorgeous aquamarine. By buying from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much. So the 16th of December, I like this message that you are going to have, because a very kind of like you will know that soon after this your life is going to change big time. You will know everything that I said so far, everything that I mentioned so far was leading to this point. You will know that the worst is over, and this is to do with the time of your life that your heart was broken. It's to look, you see this, see that on the 16th, but it's to do with this. You see, it's to do with your heart being broken. You see what I mean? And this is why I'm saying that there is so much going on in November, that it's going to really kind of reflect on this. This is reflecting a lot from what was happening prior to this moment in time. So it's to do with a broken heart, my gorgeous aquamarine. But this broken heart is going to come out of it almost immediately. The process of healing is already started. And after the 16th, there is so much power and so much strength that you are going to gain. And that same strength and power you need in order to move on with your life. So the 16th of December, you will get a message, you will get an information, and this in itself is again going to open your eyes. But most importantly, you will know that the worst is over, and it's to do with your heart being like completely broken, like, oh no, this way, that way, lots of lies and negativity are gonna become obvious, and you will want to kind of move away from toxic energy and vibration and things like that as soon as you possibly can. And even more so 2 or 3 days after that moment in time, this is going to directly this is going to like kind of it's like you will learn something here about yourself. You will learn something so interesting about yourself, and what you're going to learn, it's really going to reflect on your own knowledge when it comes to you benefiting from this situation, because what you're going to learn, it's also going to help you to see this from a different angle, instead of seeing this from, oh, it's really sad and negative and horrible. You will see within the next few days, you will be able to kind of benefit from a completely different perspective, and that in itself is you will be able to kind of see this from a completely different perspective, and you will see and you will know that this is actually a progress. This is an amazing progress. This is a huge progress. You will realize you're actually making a progress, instead of thinking like, oh, I've got a broken heart. No, baby, no. You will know that you are making a progress, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of some kind of expansion in your life, but it's also going to make you aware of which plan do you need to be kind of committed to, and you're going to start looking forward to things now again, and I like it. And you will see how much braver you became. You're going to become aware of your own resilience, you know, through your own experience. You're going to grow so much stronger, and that in itself is going to provide you with this fresh perspective on life. Indeed. And the third important date, and before we get there, I can't not to recommend you this beautiful purple moss. Look at this beauty. Look how beautiful this is. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm crazy for purple things. Look at this purple moss agate. You see, it brings wisdom, peace, healing, and power. And it's also absolutely superb when it comes to recovery from emotional trauma as well. It invokes like a health, wellness of body, mind, and spirit. So this is absolutely superb, a little crystal to wear throughout December, January, and even February 2023. This is a superb pendant to wear, because as soon as you put this on, you feel very powerful, you feel very strong, but also you become very, very wise without even realizing. I'm not saying that you're not wise, but I'm just saying that this is going to open you up. It opens your subconscious mind. It's absolutely superb, and which means that, you know, when you want to go into really deep conversations, when you wear this, it brings this very sacred balance, and you just really surprise yourself how far you can go. But what even more surprise you, your understanding on things that you're, you know, that you're kind of become aware of around you that you wouldn't normally like kind of understand. So it helps you to kind of drift much deeper when you're thinking about something spiritual, or if you're doing something spiritual and you wear this, your understanding goes so much further. And the same, like if you want to talk to someone really important and you want to leave a really good impact on someone in terms of you being wise, this is like a big mama to wear. Indeed. And this gorgeous purple moss agate comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're also supporting my channel as well. The 30th of December, it's like, oh my god, this is like a final, this is like a really important and rather big and final stage here. On the 30th of December, you know, it's like a basically, this is what someone very close to you, very important to you, it's gonna like kind of come forward, and they will tell you something. Someone who means to you so much, like a friend or a family member, are going to remind you of something. Hey, didn't you do anything about this? Didn't you do anything about that? And you're going to be, oh my god, thank god so much for like kind of reminding me, because almost like it's if you're like running out of time with something in order to kind of make a certain decision, but before you make that certain decision, you need to leave something behind. So someone is going to remind you on the 30th of December that you really need to pay attention to something, and you will, I know it sounds really crazy, why am I saying it's so confusing, I know, probably, but you're going to be reminded of something, but because it's going to come through a person who mean to you so much, this is going to like, oh god, yeah, that's so true, you know, it's really going to kind of make you think, and it's going to remind you that you need to kind of like really move on from something now fully, like this is like it's the final countdown. This is like you need to move on from something really fully on the 30th of December. This is very important, and as soon as you move on from that, you need to leave something behind. You need to leave something behind, and you need to remember that there is no need to fear. You need to remember how powerful you are, my gorgeous Aquamarini. You also need to remember that you have to lead the way, you know, be a leader, you know, you, by being a leader, you are showing others, you know, how it's done, but then again, you are helping yourself, and you are also helping others. This is very important for you to understand that after that moment in time, there is a whole new fresh perspective that it's going to come into your life as a reward. So on the 30th of December, I can see you very strongly leaving a certain situation behind, cutting something out of your life, moving on, but you will know that something better is coming, something much better is coming, because this moment in time, you are going to be fully aware that you have been prepared for this for quite a long time, and there's some kind of a lies and negativity and dishonesty and the double dealing that you're gonna again become aware of something. And this is, as I said, it's not gonna surprise you. It's more like confirmation than anything, do you know what I mean? But this is gonna contribute towards you completely leaving the certain situation behind. When I say certain situation behind, I know it's a little bit vague, but it's to do with an aspect of your life that made you feel so passionate, but then it turns out to be more kind of negative, sad and dark than anything else. And that just means that karmically this stage of your life that used to feel passionate completely, but slowly but surely came to an end. But this is going to be the final one here, because the negativity that you're going to kind of like hear about it at the time, you know, you would think that this was a really kind of put you off. This lies about someone was like very dishonest, but this would normally kind of make you feel so sad and negative, and maybe it would put you in a bit of like, oh no baby no mode, like a bit of like a heartbroken. But now, you know, this is actually going to make you feel extremely passionate, because you will know that something much better is coming. Just remember, it's to do with a very heavy karma that you had to deal with. So now you're coming out of it. So now after this stage, everything is going to change. So this is going to make you feel extremely passionate, and you will be like, oh, I want to go for it. You know, you're going to feel extremely creative, motivated, and this is all to do with a rather energized potential in your life, which is going to slowly but surely in turn into a spiritual quest where you suddenly just become a very kind of uncomfortable with certain things that you've been uncomfortable before around you, in terms of that they came to an end. You will become bored with so many things that you were kind of like bored before, but now this is going to be highlighted. So what you need to understand, that this is to do with the spiritual quest. It's not only about you wanting more out of life, but it's also about the power of manifestation. What is the 30th of December going to reveal to you by the end of the day? Some kind of idea. It's going to reveal to you some kind of idea by the end of December. Okay, by the end of the 30th of December especially, some kind of idea you are going to have, and this idea is going to come through as like a new opportunity or potential to prosper, of course, but at the same time it's like that idea, it's almost going to be almost immediately going to be connected to like which steps do you need to take next, and the steps that you need to take next are connected to your beauty, for like a sacred gift. But what you're not gonna realize at that moment in time, that the process of manifestation, it's already starting. Okay, this is like, oh my god, I don't even know how to explain this. This is like you feeling passionate and going for it, and you finding yourself on a spiritual quest actually means that you are starting the process of manifestation. So you need to reflect on what is on your mind, especially when it comes to how you want your life to be, what you want to kind of like create, and what is going to reflect on every single aspect in terms of you living in a certain place, living in a certain area, living your life in the way you want to live. What is going to be on your mind, that is actually going to happen. So just remember, it's the power of manifestation. Be positive, be optimistic, you know, because sometimes if you're negative, there's no point to be negative at the time when your spirituality is so enhanced, because you're just going to turn your negativity into real challenges, and you definitely don't want that. So now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of December, mid and the last part of December. In the first part of December, I like it so much because you're coming back home to yourself. This is your inner strength. It's finally coming back. Your inner strength is coming back. This is brilliant. The mid part of December, just pay attention to the creative and artistic flow. You're going to feel a very powerful creativity, but at the same time, they're going to be very interesting. There is going to be very interesting psychic and intuitive message that you are going to have. And this psychic and intuitive message that you are going to have, it's going to make you aware of why did you have a creative block for such a long time. And the last part of this month, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's all about you understanding that your life is about to change, but also you understanding a very beautiful gift that you have. You need to take this on the next level, next stage of your spiritual journey. So now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen with those of you in relationship. Now, for those of you in relationship, you know know, this is brilliant because, you know, you've been waiting for this moment in time for such a long time as well. But your partner is going to have a really remarkable idea. So you've been waiting for this for a long time. So it's to do with you both wanting to do something to kind of like when it comes to your future, but you have just found yourself like being stuck a little bit. And now your partner is going to have a very interesting intuitive message. Your partner is not going to be able to really kind of like explain where this message is coming from, but this message is going to happen when your partner find themselves being extremely creative. They're going to be doing something, their energy is going to be risen, they're going to feel extremely passionate, but then suddenly something is going to come to them through that energy. And what is going to come to them, it's going to answer your question to both of you. What is going to come to your partner, it's actually going to help you to make one of the biggest decisions of your life, with one of the biggest contemplations of your life. You will know which way to go, you will know what to do, you will know which option to go for, and this option is going to be literally life-changing. My gorgeous aquamarini, things are going to change so beautifully for those of you who are couples indeed, because it's all about you kind of just making an important decision. This is to do with your future. This is going to be obvious, especially within the last few days of December indeed, because your life is going to become so much more interesting after that moment in time. And for those of you who are single and ready to, hello my darling, for those of you who are single, this is absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous aquamarini, because someone is very much so slowly but surely coming into your life. There's so many different stages that you are going to have. There's, you know, that first of all, something is going to, for those of you who are single, something is going to be on your mind. There is something that you've already started. There is something that already started like within the last few months. You have discovered some kind of a very interesting gift about yourself. You've discovered that you can do something that you didn't know that you could do it so well, and what you found out that you can actually do something so superb, so perfect, something that you didn't know that you can even do, let alone that you can do so well. Well, that particular thing, baby, it's gonna be calling you to return to it at around mid-December, which is exactly what you're going to do. So you're gonna start exploring this part of yourself that you found out recently that is so that you're so good at. This in itself, it's like, wow, this is almost like very strongly connected to your past life. Do you know what I mean as well? So this is deep. But on another hand, when you find out what that is, this is going to require from you to go over there and do that. And this is going to start a progress where you are going to be in touch with a very interesting people, and one of them, it's going to be a bit more interesting than other people. You know what I mean? So that person could make themselves known like within the months of December, within the end of December, but it doesn't really, it's not like that it's showing that it's going to show up within the months of December. It's more about you knowing exactly what this is and how you're going to meet this person. I can see very strongly that that person could show themselves up at the end of December, but I see it very strongly like January and February and March even, January and February and March 2023 is where that person is going to make themselves known. But this is, I repeat, it's going to be someone special, really special. And for such a special people, trust me, it's worth waiting for indeed. Okay, my gorgeous aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.